Today is the Powerboat St. Pete Grand Prix. Kicks off today, and the Gulf and the Bay look to be fantastic for that.
That's good.
Yeah, very light chop and very little wind. We'll talk about the winds coming up here in just a couple of seconds. First, we're going to start with the Sky 10 Network and some beautiful live shots in and around the Tampa Bay area as we start to get a little sunrise. Matter of fact, let's go to Lakeland where she's peaking right now. That's our far eastern camera right there. Looks pretty good. Let's check on temperatures for Lakeland. Lakeland, check this out. It's the perfect trifecta, man. 74 degrees, 74 degree dew point, feels like 74. Ding, 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 ding. What did he win, Johnny? How about a new car? All right, that's pretty cool. So here's your weather headlines. Normal wind flow pattern for us here in the state of Florida. Slightly lower rain chances through the weekend, albeit still 50–40%, but nonetheless, it's not 70–80% like we've been dealing with the last couple of weeks. And a new tropical storm now in the Atlantic. Old storm, just a new name, okay? Current temperatures are on the board, 79 in St. Pete. We've got pretty much mid-70s everywhere else, except out in Polk City, still sitting in the 60s. Look at yesterday's rainfall. Some areas just got dumped on. An inch of rain in Brooksville, an inch and a third in Zephyr Hills. Tampa was working on an inch and a half yesterday out at the airport. Look at St. Pete, an inch and 3/4. Sarasota, 4/10 of an inch. So we're going to see spotty shower activity like that again today. Maybe not the incredible downpours that we saw yesterday or the microbursts that we saw in Manatee County yesterday. But nonetheless, we're going to have some activity come into the area. There's the satellite and radar. We're devoid of any kind of activity right now. Just some light shower activity blew through the Nature Coast earlier this morning. But let's talk about Futurecast and put it into motion for you. So by 1:55, we're talking launch by about 2 o'clock this afternoon in the 2 o'clock hour. Look at the cloud cover and just a spotty shower or two. Cloud cover is not a problem for Artemis, but storms would be a problem. Now we get to about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We're seeing the Nature Coast with some thunderstorm activity, light rain through the Sun Coast here and then through the interior, starting to see thunderstorms picking up. There's 6 o'clock. Now we're starting to get more thunderstorms up through the Nature Coast. There's 9 o'clock. Things are starting to come back toward the coast again. We'll clear out overnight to partly cloudy skies. And then tomorrow we're going to start our regime with more of a onshore push here along the coast with shower and activity really starting to build up earlier in the afternoon by 2–3 o'clock. Here we are through much of Pinellas County, Hillsborough County. Everything blows to the center of the state and then tries to make its way back. Here's the water vapor loop. This is dry air moving into the state of Florida. This is why our rain chances are going down. Let me just go to the atmospheric moisture. In the tan, really dry air. The dark green, that's rainfall. So here we sit today for the day on Saturday. We're right on the cusp of that dry air as it scoots to our south, counties to our south, certainly much drier than we are going to stay here in the state of Florida. That's for sure, or excuse me, in the Tampa Bay area. So real quick, we want to check the tropics, Tim. I'm sorry, I didn't move through this quick enough, did I? We've got a couple of storms. Tropical storm Daniel and Earl now. Daniel out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, an organized area, only 4 miles an hour from becoming a hurricane, and we expect this to move off to the north and east over the course of the next couple of days. And a real quick shot at Earl for you. Earl's just been named now as a tropical storm. Earl is going to head toward the United States and then make a sharp turn off to the north and east, so we don't expect anything out of Earl either. All right, here's your 7-day real quick. Mostly sunny, scattered storms, 50% chance of rain today, 92 for the daytime high. Pretty much a carbon copy tomorrow, 40% chance of rain, 93 for the high. All right, let's check in with Evan and sports.